fact, he pitched one song to us back when we were a gospel group called "Who Is It Building That Boat? Lord, I Sure Hope It Will Float." And we recorded it. And he always wanted his little boy to play with the Oak Ridge Boys, and we finally got him. Would you welcome Darren Favorite? He's my favorite, right? Darren Favorite, how about it? Man, this guy over here, I call him the Man of Steel. There's a reason for it. Because he can play this fiddle or violin, if you prefer, or the guitar, or a banjo, or a mandolin, or anything you put strings on, he can play it. But when he sits behind a steel guitar, there's a master at work. Yes, sir. He comes from the state of Indiana. Would you welcome Rex Wiseman? How about it for Rex, the Man of Steel? The previous drummer for the Oak Ridge Boys was one of those guys. When he would come to town, he would put on a clinic. He was called a clinician. He taught drums everywhere we went. And when he decided to move on, he suggested the next drummer for the Oak Ridge Boys. He said, he's a young guy, but you guys need somebody to keep you old guys around. And he could do it. And I promise you, this is one of the best young drummers that I've heard in a long time. He's been with us several years. He gets better every night we perform. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in your whole life. And he's one heck of a drummer. Would you welcome from the state of New York, Mr. Austin Kirkaruto. Now, you can put 5 musicians together from Nashville. Probably pick them up off the street and have a good band. But if you have a great band, you have to have a drummer who can keep a really good time behind us, set the rhythm. And you have to have a great bass guitarist who's in sync with that drummer. We've got the best bass guitarist in the world. I call him Mr. When you hear him play, you will probably understand why I call him Mr. But if I told you that if he heard a song, a 3-minute song, and then he can just sit down and play it, he's got photographic memory. Man, sometimes I forget the words to Elvira and I don't even have the lead on it. Wow. But he comes from Dallas, Texas, and he is one great bass guitar player. Would you welcome Mr. Scotty Simpson? What?
He said he went to a clinic every day. I go to a clinic.
Ron says he goes to a clinic every day. One time we were in Puyallup, Washington, at the big fair up there, and our lead guitarist got a call from home, emergency. He had to just fly off of the stage at a rehearsal and head to the airport, left everything in place, and we didn't know what we were going to do. So we turned to Ron, and he said, "Did he leave his guitar?" We said, "Well, yeah." So he went over, strapped on the guitar, played every lick that we're accustomed to hearing, exactly the way we're accustomed to hearing it. We didn't even know he could play the guitar. But we know that he is one of the best keyboard players you'll ever hear, and we call him our genius. Our resident genius has been here over 44 and a half years. Would you welcome Ron Fairchild?